what you love to do as a child is encoded with all of the deepest joy, fulfillment, happiness, contentment, wholeness, creativity, flow, abundance, inner peace that you are looking for now. And the beauty is it's already within you and it's always been within you. It's your true nature. And somewhere along the way, we have been conditioned. Life has been challenging or traumatic and maybe even since childhood. And somehow that joy, that inner flame, that spark withers or can even go out for certain periods of time. And I always talk about how there is an intelligence to the darkness and there's an intelligence to pain, and ultimately it helps us reveal more of our light. But truly connecting or reconnecting with the essence and the joy and the playfulness and the goofiness of your inner child is some of the deepest, most profound medicine you can give to yourself at any moment in time, space, and motion, and beyond. And ultimately, our inner children, what we love to do, that came so effortlessly to us, that we could spend hours doing and didn't care about time or anything else, food, whatever. You're in the zone, you're in the flow, you're expressing your genius, you're connecting with the muse, or you have a genius, as certain people say, which I love. That just offers us such clues and keys and codes to what we're here to not only invoke and embody as adults, but also it's a clear path, a clear sign, clear codes to our fulfillment, our wholeness, our everything essentially we want. And just reflecting on my own process and journey, when I was a kid, I loved to make up stories and play in those stories. I could do them for hours. In fact, my sister and I, we used to call them people games, which is just like a really funny thing to call it. It's funny. We'd just come up with a concept and we'd play, we'd act it out. We'd be in the story. We'd take a story we'd either seen in a book or in a play, and later in life in a film, and reenact it, or certain situations in life, or, it just didn't matter. Sometimes we would record it, sometimes not, but I was always immersed in the process of creating stories and sharing stories and embodying stories. And it was, if I'm going to take the Russian word, which is really from the Turkish word, if I'm not mistaken, kaif, it's ecstasy. And so much of what we want as adults, we had so full in our beings as children. And somewhere along the way, we were told, oh, you're not grown up enough. Oh, it's not serious enough. Oh, that can't be possible. And so much about my adult life has been dismantling and refurbishing the light that was extinguished through certain situations. And ultimately, it's a gift because it helps me grow and develop new muscles and transformation and healing. And so I can even hold more light, more of my vessel can hold more gifts and share with the planet. But it's a journey and it can be really challenging. And especially something that comes so easily to you, something where you just lose all concept of where you are or what time it is. It's the key. It's the key. Actually, always to your next step, to your next evolution, because that is one of the qualities of the creator of the universe. Joy, abundance, generosity. And no matter what you love to do as a child, whether it was to tell stories or to make things with your hands or to listen to music and make music or to paint or to bake or, to just study the stars, that's the biggest clue you have on your path. And the beauty is that inner child always lives within you. It lives within us. In fact, we could all bring more love to our inner children. So often our reactivity as adults and our hurt aches and our heartaches come from unmet needs of those inner children. So with something like tapping, we get to not only reconnect with that inner child in such a profound, somatic, subconscious way, right on the level of the nervous system, right in our very cells, the spirit, the essence, but we get to rewire those unmet needs into more empowering perspectives or new conditions or new programs or new neural pathways or new habituated emotional states that we actually want to be feeling on a more consistent basis. Oh my gosh, my finger is frozen right now. Holding the phone, it's frozen. For someone born in Canada, now who lives in California, this is cold. I'm a little cold. I'm a lot cold. And it's funny, these last 2 nights I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. And for those of you who know, I really struggled decades with insomnia. And EFT, Dream Awake EFT tapping has been a profound gift in helping me heal that sustainably from the root, rapidly. It's been a mind-blowing transformation in my life. But I also understand that there's a gift locked away in there, in the sleeplessness, in the confusion, in the doubt, in the frustration. I really can't feel my pinky. So I'm going to hold a phone like this. I hope it's going to work. I'll wrap this up. Look at that. It's purple. Actually, I broke this pinky when I was little playing soccer. I've broken both my pinkies. Isn't that hilarious? The most random bones to break. And both were with sports. But ultimately, coming back into the backcountry and snowshoeing and sledding and being in nature, oh, the gift of nature, affords me moments of just returning to that essence and joy and presence and goofiness. I think goofiness is a huge part of my essence. I love to play, and that's something I'm genuinely focusing on in more aspects of my life. So, and I know it's the gift that keeps on giving because it's such a high vibrational, magnetic, generous, loving, open state. You can't help but want to share and receive and create and just like, it's just such a beautiful place to be. And that's why I love kids so much, why I love working with kids and watching kids and learning from kids. Like they always say in the theater, you never want to be on stage with a dog or a child because they will steal the show because they're so unabashed in what they want. What they want, they go about it. They don't care how they look. They don't care what people think. They just go for the objective. They're so immersed. They will do anything to get it. And it's riveting. And then when we get older, we're like, oh, what do people think of me? What about my hair? What about my whatever? And it's not like it's bad to think about that, but when it inhibits your true expression, it can be just a little... There's just always more possibilities of opening up to more levels and magnitudes and calibers of freedom and expression and more voltages of light and energy and joy. And it's so funny, I think about this a lot sometimes as an actress, learning, carving, creating, cultivating a new character. You know, it's not that different from connecting with your future self, or, I mean, it's funny to talk about future self a little bit because it's all happening right now in the quantum, but for this conversation's sake, your future self, or if you want to say higher self, whatever resonates with you, brightest self, happiest self, it's so much like just learning how to create the new character you want to be, the new identity, the new essence, which ultimately you had deep and profound clues to in your childhood, because you went about everything you wanted, free of shame, most likely, right? Free of shame, free of fear of criticism, free of judgment, am I saying that correctly? I'm a little sleep deprived, but it works. Sometimes messages aren't meant to be clear. There's clarity in the chaos or the confusion, or just finding it in the moment. Sometimes having the actual discussion or moving your body offers the clarity you're looking for. But I've been thinking about that a lot, about building a character, creating a character, building a role is not that different than creating the next iteration of you and teaching your brain, body, and nervous system to embody that level of you right now. It's quite the same. And sometimes, because it can be so personal and because we have to be our own director and artistic director and producer and all these things, stage manager, all of it, co-stars, all of it, it's a little more intimate. It's a little more close to home. And I will make another video about this because there's a very unique method embedded in the Russian system that for some reason is no longer included in the Western system, which is vital to the process of cultivating the most holistic, robust, vibrant, magnetic, virtuosic, generous artist, where you get to maintain that robust individuality, but you can also be so enmeshed in the collective, in the ensemble. It's a very powerful system. Knowing that you're connected to all of your partners, and yet you still have your unique essence to share, and that stands out and can be shared effortlessly. It's a very special thing. So what I wanted to share is that the keys and codes to so much of what you desire now, you know, in your body, in your heart, and your soul, because your inner child knows, because they always live within you. And to celebrate the holiday time and to pivot into the new year. Ultimately, I think that every moment, every day can be a new year if you want it to be. I don't like to wait for whatever anyone says outside. And there's so many times of year to celebrate the new year, depending on what culture or religion you are. I have a very special free creative child meditation that I want to share with you. And to gain access to it, you just have to email me at impulse@actortoartist.com and just say, hey, Sera, I would love that free creative child meditation. I want to reconnect with the innate joy and spark and virtuosity of my inner child. And I would love to connect. I love the opportunity to connect more intimately, and you can practice it throughout the holidays and whenever you want to return to that inner spark, to your energetic essence, to your joy, to your play, to your purpose and passion and prosperity and peace and possibility. And we have a very exciting New Year's event happening on January 3rd. Drop the grind, get artistically aligned. It's all about aligning your subconscious program with your conscious goal. It could also be a subconscious goal, so that your brain, body, and nervous system are working in tandem. A lot of goal setting fails to manifest because it's stuck just in the conscious realm. And this can't really be done by pushing, forcing, or hustling. So it's time for us to drop the grind and get aligned. Here is your special invitation. The details are below. It's early bird right now, and I would love to see you there. It's going to be a party. You get the replay, you get abundant bonuses, future self-journaling questions, some very special, elevated self-concept, artistic, subliminal affirmations. This is something I love to do, and it's the first time I'm releasing it to the public instead of just one-on-one clients. So I'm very excited to share that. And if you're new here, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you for your patience with all the bobbing. Maybe the bobbing's good. Maybe it offers stability. Why not? We work in contrast. We work in polarity. We can do it all. So thankful to connect and sharing the joy, sharing the nature, sharing the possibility. I love this community so much. Your presence means so much. Every comment, every like, every share. I soak in gratitude, and it's really just a thrill and an absolute joy to share with you. And I'll see you in the next video, superstar. Ciao, ciao.